Oh, hello! Thanks for stopping by. You're in for a great new episode of Just Desserts with Tammy Wilde. Let's get started. Come into my kitchen. Oh, hello again. Today I have something really special planned for us. To start, we'll be making the most delicious, scrumptious, mouth-watering Guinness chocolate cake. Prepare a large saucepan by melting a little bit of butter and coating all of the sides. Next, we'll measure out 1 cup of Guinness stout beer and pour it into the saucepan at medium heat. We'll add 10 tablespoons of butter to the stout mixture to melt them together. Remove the pan from heat, and then we'll add 3/4 cups of baking cocoa and 1.5 cups of superfine sugar, or granulated sugar if you prefer. Then we'll whisk these two together. In a separate bowl, combine 2/3 cup of plain yogurt and 2 eggs. And then you just whip that into shape until it's nice and smooth. Then we take this little guy over to the stove and pour him into the saucepan. Then we add 2 cups of flour, 2.5 tablespoons of baking soda, and it's whisking time yet again. Make sure you get all that yummy chocolatey goodness into your 9-inch pan. Now that we've got our batter done, bake in the oven at 355 for 45 minutes to an hour. What should we do while we wait? There's always time for a cocktail. I think that cake is just about done. It is! Now we'll set it aside to cool and come back to that later. Now that we've finished him off, I think you'll be excited to try this raw, fruity delight. You can whip it up in just a few simple steps. Take 1 cup of pitted dates and add a 1/2 cup of orange juice. Now we just set this aside for 10 minutes so those dates can really soften up. While the dates soak up the juice, we can peel our kiwis, slice them up nice and thin, gather around a few blueberries, and cut some strawberry slices. Place 1 pound of frozen peaches in your blender and add the orange juice and date mixture. And blend. The trick is to get it as deep as you can! This colorful concoction is sure to satisfy your sweet tooth. I could really go for a nice, milky, creamy chocolate shake. This next little ditty will satisfy any chocolate fetish, but it has a dirty little secret. Here, I'm taking my favorite non-dairy chocolate ice cream and mixing it with equal parts chocolate soy milk, so the chocolate flavor is really bright and vibrant. If it's not the consistency you'd like, you can add a few ice cubes. Add your favorite toppings and This shake is sure to pass as the real deal. This last one comes from the cookbook of the master of rich, gluttonous foods, James Beard. We'll be taking tender, juicy peaches, coating them in a thick, doughy batter before frying them to perfection. I can hardly wait to pop one in my mouth. Halve and pit your peaches. It might be harder than you think. Sprinkle the peach halves with half a cup of confectioner's sugar and set aside a pan for about an hour so that it can really sink through the skin. Remember, there's no such thing as too much sugar in my kitchen. Next up is the batter. You take 2 cups of flour, 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder, and a few pinches of salt. Next, we add our liquids, a cup of milk and 1 egg. And we'll whisk that together again until it's nice, creamy, and smooth. You'll need to prepare about 3 inches of canola oil in your frying pan. Now, we'll coat the peach halves in the batter. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty here. It's important the peaches slathered in dough. Transfer the coated peach to the oil and fry for about 2 to 3 minutes. Coat with cinnamon and brown sugar at the center. Once the cake is cooled, frost with cream cheese or vanilla frosting of your choosing. It's okay to sneak a little bit for yourself back here. That's what I call finger licking good. Stop by to visit my kitchen and indulge in some savory sweets you can share with your sweetie. I'll still be here next time you drop in. Get that fucking mic out of my face.